Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist here. Well, what do you think these are? Well, these are, I'm just going to say it, these are lychee fruit and have some wonderful effects upon the kidneys. And today we're talking about healing kidney disease, part 5. And new things keep coming out and keep learning more, and it's really important to keep you abreast of what's going on. And also, one of the new things is that pea protein, or just plain eating peas, has a powerful effect upon the body and especially the kidneys. They, grow around the world. There's not a place they don't have them. Japan, Asia, Africa, South America, North America, all over. Russia, there's not a place that doesn't have peas of some kind. And they all have this ability to produce the compound called cyclooxygenase 1, and that actually increases kidney function by 30 or more percent. And studies were done with animals, and it seemed to be doing a great job. They did things with polycystic kidney disease, and just more function. They're also great for, peas are also great for preventing stomach cancer, and so that they contain powerful antioxidants to prevent that. So if you have, stomach cancer in your family, you might want to think about eating peas on a regular basis, 3 or 4 times a week, and maybe even 5 times a week. And so you only need about 10 milligrams, and that's when we eat peas, we get about, an average serving, we get about 5 times that amount. So of the compound that's necessary to, keep stomach cancer down. Also, it lowers blood pressure, and one of the main things that causes kidney disease is high blood pressure. And peas are a wonderful way to lower blood pressures, which high blood pressure would lead to high kidney disease in general. So eat those peas. Also, it lowers blood sugar and stabilizes blood sugar, and that's really important. Also, eating a lot of beans is important because of that. It helps to stabilize blood sugar. You can get the dried peas, which are called field peas, also, and split peas and yellow peas and purple peas, all kinds of peas. Are just wonderful things. So you can lower your blood sugar, and then stabilizing blood sugar is really important because that hurts the kidneys. The higher the blood sugar, it causes damage to the kidneys. Also, peas are anti-inflammatory, and the more inflammation we have going on in our body, the more we have kidney disease, because the kidneys don't like inflammation, or nothing in our body likes inflammation. So it helps with the kidneys and the joints, arthritis, all those different types of things. It also helps with inflammation of the heart, which leads to cardiovascular disease. And it contains a lot of vitamin C to boost up our immune system. And it's a cholesterol-free food, which is really good. Yeah, peas are really great because they can even make plastics out of them that are biodegradable. And they help our soils to replenish themselves naturally without fertilizer, putting back nitrogen back into the soil. So there's a million ways to cook peas. Just look up a whole foods plant-based diet recipes for peas, and a lot of great pea recipes will come up. And always eat organic. That's important too. Eat a lot of soy. The studies show now that people who eat a lot of like tofu and soybeans and that type of thing, their kidneys heal, and their kidney function is better. I always feel good when I eat tofu. I tell you, a lot of people say, "Oh, soy is bad for you." I find like the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine actually say it's good for you, and I believe that also. And especially for kidney people, they got to eat a lot of soy. Also, flax seeds, ground flax seeds, grind them up, put them on your cereal. It's really great in the morning. That's a great way to start your day. Put a little cinnamon there too, to lower your blood sugar. And that's even an added thing. Put some chia seeds in there too and grind them up. That's one thing I normally do on a regular basis. Also, like I said, lychee. Lychee is really good, and you can buy these fresh, or if you can't get them fresh, I know some places in the world it's pretty hard to get them fresh. In a in a pinch, try the canned ones, and they have the ability to lower uh, our urine protein, which is your albumin, and also the regular proteinuria, which is really important because some of you probably with kidney disease have some proteinuria going on, and this is a natural way to lower that proteinuria and get yourself feeling good. So always use foods to heal first. That's a no-brainer. It is the best way to heal and the best way to feel better in general. And talking about feeling better, there's also the placebo effect. When we think we're going to get better, we get better. And there's also the nocebo effect. When we think we're going to not get better, we don't get better. And the nocebo effect is actually usually powerful. You've done studies showing that people think negative thoughts about themselves, they get sick faster. In fact, they did a study, I think it was at the Mayo Clinic, and they asked people, how old are you going to be? That was Dr. Bernie Siegel. Dr. Bernie Siegel. He said, how old do you think you're going to be? Oh, 55. You know what? The study showed that eventually they lived to be 55 and not older. Some people said 100. Well, they live to be close to 100. There's no doubt about it. What we believe is actually important in our health, And also, oh, I'm sickly all the time. Somebody told me that. And we believe that. And we take that in and we start creating, stress hormones in our body. And we create those stress hormones and chemicals, the epinephrine, the cortisols, those type of thing, and they start doing damage to us, and we start believing all this stuff, and we basically deteriorate our body from the inside out. In fact, the nocebo effect is so powerful that it was a midwife in the Okefenokee Swamp in Florida area there, and she delivered 3 little girls, and it was on Friday the 13th, and she said, wow, these girls are not going to be very old. One's going to die at 16, one's going to die at 21, and one's going to die at 23. The first little girl died at 16, right around 2 days within her 16th birthday. The second one died on her 21st birthday. The third one was so frightened that she went to the hospital a couple of days ahead of time and had her heart racing and everything, and she died on her 23rd birthday. And that was a case study that was done. And we know that when somebody says, this is incurable, or people die from this, or, this is a chronic problem, it causes huge nocebo effects in the body. And people with kidney disease need to let that go. And fear is a huge problem with kidney disease. And I want people to know, you know what? There's light at the end of the tunnel, and great things can happen. And you're going to be happy, healthy, and love to be a very old person. You could live to be 100 or older. I'm going to live to be 114. I can guarantee you that. I've always said that I'd love to be over 100 years old. So these are a few things that you can do to improve your health as a kidney kidney disease person. And I don't even like the word dis-ease, you know what I mean? They altogether disease? No, it's only dis-ease. We have an uneasiness going on in the body, and there's more here than anything else. And I've seen amazing things happen when people decide they're not going to be sick anymore, and you know what? they get better, and they live to be very old. In fact, we had a uncle in our family. He had stomach cancer, and they took him to the doctor. He was in his 70s, and they you know, diagnosed the fact they had stomach cancer, and the daughter said, "We're not going to tell him. He's pretty old now anyway." You know what? They just gave him some antacid, and he lived to be into his 90s and died of old age. So there you go. So take into account a few of these things, like eating peas, eating the lychee, eating the flaxseed, eating the soy. Also take into account the placebo effect and the nocebo effect, and think positive thoughts. And there's a reason why in spiritual texts they say, look at the good in everything. So have a wonderful day. I love you.